Hello friends, my name is Dr. Vijay Sharma. I am Assistant Professor in the Department of Management, Engineering College, Bikaner. Today we are going to discuss Chapter 2 in the course of Marketing Management. Now, first of all, as we have discussed already in the first class, the Chapter 1, when we discussed about marketing, today we are going to discuss again the definition of marketing. Marketing is an economic process by which goods and services are exchanged between the producers and consumers, and their value is determined in terms of money prices. Again, I would like to highlight this fact that here marketing is an economic process. It's a process, it's very active, it is not a passive thing, it's very active thing. And what are exchanged? The exchanged things are goods and services, products and services. And in today's time, we can exchange ideas, we can discuss so many things. So, goods and services are exchanged between whom? Between producers on one side and consumers on the other side. And their value is determined in terms of money prices. Again, to summing up that we have already done in the chapter 1, where we have discussed needs, wants, and demands. Needs are basic human requirements or dissatisfiers. People need food, air, water, clothing, and shelter. And as a student of marketing, we have to understand that we cannot create needs. We can create demands. We can create wants. We can modify need, but we cannot create need. As we have already discussed in detail about Maslow's hierarchical theory, need hierarchy theory, where it has stated clearly that there are five types of intrinsic needs, starting from physiological needs to safety needs, then to social needs, then there is a self esteem need, and last but not least is a self actualization need. So, there are five needs of human beings, and the aim of the marketer is to modify these needs according to his products, to suit his products, to suit his offerings, that he can offer the right mix to the market. So they influence the demand by making the product appropriate, attractive, and affordable. These three A's are very important: appropriate, attractive, and affordable. Because we see we cannot create needs, what we can do, that we can create wants. Because wants are the demand for specific satisfier. When I say that I am thirsty, now thirst is a basic human dissatisfier. It is one thing that human beings are inborn with. It is already inbuilt in them. The demand for thirst is a basic demand. It is intrinsic. So we say that it's a need. Now, when I say that I'm thirsty, I'm talking about need. But when I say that I want tea or I want coffee, or I can go to that extent that I can ask for a one particular brand. Say for instance, I can say that I need Coca-Cola or I need Thumbs Up or I need Pepsi to quench my thirst. Then definitely I'm talking about want. Because wants are the desire for a specific satisfier. When I become specific, I'm I'm saying about want. When I'm not specific, when it is very very basic, then I say that it is a need. So when you say that I'm thirsty, you are talking about your need. But when you say that I need tea to quench my thirst, or I need RO water to quench my thirst, then definitely what we are talking about want. And as a marketer, we try to modify these needs as per the the segmenting or the targeting or positioning of the market. So we cannot create need, we can modify it, we can create wants. So when you say the needs is a state of felt deprivation including physical, social and individual needs. But When we say that we need a specific object to satisfy the need, it becomes want. So needs become want when they are directed to specify objects that might satisfy their needs. So want or the needs become wants when they are directed to specific objects. And then we talk about demand. Now demands are the wants for products that are backed by an ability and willingness to buy them. So it is very clear about it that there is a subtle difference between demand and the desire. When I talk about demand, I'm very clear about it that it must fulfill two basic things. First of all, there must be a willingness to purchase the product, and second, my pocket should allow to purchase that. If my pocket does not allow me, so for instance, I may be willing to buy a Mercedes, but if my pocket does not allow me, then it is just a mere desire. It is not a demand. But when I'm talking about demand, it must fulfill these two basic features. First of all, it's an ability and willingness to buy them. There must be an ability also. Your pocket must allow it that you can purchase it. Not only about pocket, but there are certain other factors also. Say for instance, I'm just since we are in Bikaner, we can quote an example that say for instance Kia. Now Kia motors are there in India, and if I want to purchase one particular car, maybe Kia Seltos in my city. Now since Bikaner does not have that dealership in Kia of Kia Motors in Bikaner, so maybe that may be an hindrance. Well, I'm opting for that decision. This thing will definitely come in my decision making process that whether the dealerships is available in my city or not. So it is not only the ability to pay. It is not a question of ability to pay only. It is also an ability to evaluate that whether these things are available in my city or not. So ability is a broad term. It does not only mean that your pocket must allow it, but it also discuss about subtle aspects of whether this thing is available in your city or not, or whether this thing is legitimately available in your city or not. So these two things are also must be important, and they are very important. So this is certain example that wants plus buying power is demand. Now, what is a product? Now, a product is anything that can be offered to satisfy a need or want. This is as basic and as very beautiful definition. What we mean by a product. Now, try to understand, try to decipher this definition. A product can be of anything. It can be a good. It may be a product. It may be a service. It might be an idea. It might be a person. It might be an event. It might be a city. It could be anything that can be offered to satisfy a need or want, or more specifically, that can be offered to a market, or specifically, I would say that it can be offered to your target market to satisfy a need or want. So, a product is anything that can be offered to satisfy a need or want. Product might be an idea. So, product do not have to be physical objects. Here, the product is an idea protecting animal. What an example! So you can see, if you can visualize this example, you can get this fair idea that a product is an idea, and it is not necessary that they must be in physical form. They might be in idea forms also. Now we understand what is about market. Market consists of all the potential customers sharing a particular need or want, who might be willing and able to engage in exchange to satisfy the need or want. So when we are talking about market, we are basically talking about all the potential customers who are sharing a particular need, and who may be, may not be, who may be willing and able to engage. As I said earlier, that there must be a demand, and demand has a two component, that is ability and willingness to pay. So here comes again that term. who might be willing and able to engage in exchange to satisfy the need or want. So that's the definition of market. Now, what is marketplace? Or better to use the term market space. A marketplace is a physical form, as when one goes for shopping in a store. But in today's time, when we are talking about the digital revolution, the term marketplace is often exchanged with the market space. A market space is digital, as when one goes shopping on the internet. Now, just take an example: if you are visiting a shop or you are visiting a mall in your suburban area or in your city, we are talking about marketplace. But when you are flipping a website on your smartphone, maybe of Flipkart or maybe of Amazon or maybe of any e-commerce platform, we are talking about market space. So market space is digital. So when you are window shopping on the internet, as I said earlier, that it is not necessary to purchase a product, but it might be, as I earlier used this word, it that potential customers. So you are the potential customer. You may be or you may not be willing to pay for particular thing. But if even if you are window shopping it, then definitely you are into a market space. So if when you are flipping through different websites which are catering electronic commerce, e-commerce, so you are basically doing market spacing. Available markets who have interest, income, and access to a particular offer. Now, target market and the penetrated market. Available market is what? Available market is who have interest, income, and access to a particular offer. Target market or served market, a company can go for serving whole available market or can concentrate on certain segments. Or penetrated markets, a set of buyers who are buying the company's products. So now again, by when we have done with all the definitions, we are again coming up with the definition of marketing. So marketing is economic process, as we have discussed earlier. So marketing is a managing profitable customer relationship. So simple definitions of different marketing concepts. A simple definition is marketing is managing profitable customer relationship. When we are talking about CRM, now these days what we are talking about is customer relationship management. And the the aim of the marketing is to create healthy customer relationships, and the customer must not only be uh, satisfied, but he must be delighted now these days. And Paul Mazur very well said. Now, one of the definition, one of the social scientists is Paul Mazur, who has given a beautiful definition of marketing. Marketing is the delivery of standard of living to the society. I would repeat it. Marketing is the delivery of standard of living to the society. It's a beautiful definition encompassing almost all the aspects of marketing. What we are here talking about is that marketing is a tool through which a society can raise its standard of living, and their marketing must bring some products, some revolutionary products, in order to make things easier. Now, just take an example. Between year of 2000 to 2020, we have seen a remarkable revolution in mobile platforms. In 2000, mobile phones were introduced in India. Almost in 2000, mobile phones were introduced in India, but their cost was steeply high. Now, come to the year 2020, and we have seen that this kind of the revolution was unprecedented. It's a beautiful revolution, and every person in India is almost having an access of mobile phones. Mobile phones have gone, very very economic. You may get a good mobile phone in 5,000 rupees or 7,000 rupees, which were earlier, it was just a dream. But marketing has made this dream into reality. So the mere definition of marketing is that it must raise the standard of living of the society. I'm not talking about one particular sort of people, one particular set of people or one niche segment. No, I'm talking about whole society. Marketing must turn out some revolution into its products. And definitely there are certain companies who are doing it wonderfully. The things which were unheard of, when you can ask from your grandfathers, your grandmothers, your earlier generations, the fridges, televisions, they were very uncommon. In fact, telephones, they were very uncommon. And now these days, you can find fridges and televisions even in 10 by 10 shanties. So this revolution was only possible because of marketing. It is not because of finance, or it is not because of human resource management. No. Since I'm a student of marketing, I would definitely raise my point here that it is just because of marketing that the standard of living has been raised successfully. Now, when we have discussed about marketing, now we are discussing about the goals. So, what are the goals of marketing? The first one is attract new customers by promising superior value, and then keep and grow current customers by delivering satisfaction. Now, there are two elements into it. First of all, we marketers have to attract new customers by promising superior values than that of competitor, and then keep and grow current customers by delivering satisfaction. So, two things are there. First of all, we have to identify the potential customers and we have to bring in our herd. And second, uh, we have to retain our earlier or present customers. Now we are going to discuss the concepts of marketing in different eras. The first concept that came into being was production concepts, and it stated that consumers will favor those products that are widely available and low in cost. So, therefore, increase production and cut down cost. Now, this era was, between 1900 to 1920. This was the this was the earliest concept of what we say marketing philosophies or marketing orientations in different textbooks. Somewhere it is written as marketing orientations, or somewhere it is written as marketing philosophies, or in some textbook you would find they are they are being mentioned as marketing concepts. So this is the first concept that came into being in early 90s, early 1900th century, and Henry Ford was the propounder of this particular concept. The concept focused on economies of scale. It stated very clearly that consumers will favor those products and services which have low, cost and easy availability. So increase production and cut down cost. Then comes the product concept. After the failure of production concept, then marketers found the another concept. They said it is a product concept. It says that consumers will favor those products that offer the most quality, performance, or innovative feature. So therefore, you have to improve quality or the performance or the feature, and definitely it will lead to increased sales and profits. This was their thinking. But again, this is a product concept, and there are different concepts in different eras. So this concept was very relevant between 1920s to just before of the Great Depression in 1930s. So it was a product concept. Then comes the selling concept, and it stated that consumers, if left alone, will not buy enough of companies' products. And I would again underline this point: if left alone, if consumers were not shown the advertisements, or they are not, they are not bombarded with advertisements, they will not buy enough of companies' products. So, promote we have to promote sales aggressively and build profit through quick turnover. So, this is the selling concept. Then came the marketing concept, which says that the key to achieving organizational goals consists in determining the needs and wants of the target market and delivering the desired satisfactions more effectively and efficiently than that of competitor, and build profit through customer satisfaction and loyalty. So this is a marketing concept which is very much different and in contrast with selling concept. They see the selling concept says that consumers, if left alone, will not buy enough of company's products. But marketing concept says that if we are able to determine the needs and wants of the customer, then definitely customer will purchase our products in satisfying quantity. All we have to understand and make it point that we have to deliver the desired product more effectively and efficiently than that of competitors, and hence it will build profit through customer satisfaction and loyalty. So these are the four concepts of marketing, and then there are four pillars of marketing. The marketing concepts rest on the four pillars, that is target market, customer needs, integrated marketing, and profitability. Now, then, since we are talking about marketing concept, we have to discuss about segmenting and targeting also, because marketing concept rests on the four pillars, that is target market. If you go by the definition, we have to determine the needs and wants of the target market or the target audience. So when we are talking about the target market, definitely we are not talking about the whole market. We are talking about a one particular segment of the market which is very relevant to us, where we would like to be and where we would like to serve our customers. So we have to be very specific about our target market, and importantly, we have to be very specific about what we are going to offer. So we have to determine this particular market's needs and wants, and we have to also determine what kind of the positioning we have to take. So this is the marketing concept. Now there is another concept called societal marketing, which says that we have to identify the needs and wants of the target market, deliver the desired satisfaction more effectively and efficiently than the competitor in such a way that it must either enhance or preserves the society's well-being. Individual interests are not that important in societal marketing. Definitely we have to cater them. Definitely we have to satisfy our customers. Definitely we have to not only satisfy, we have to delight our customers, but not on the cost of society's well-being. There are certain latent needs which a society thinks that it is harmful. Say for instance, if there is a need of cigarettes, there is a need for cigars, but a marketer has to understand that it might be a need for one individual or two or three individual, but for a society in general or a society per se, this is nothing but a problem. If the society is in jeopardy, we are not going to satisfy one particular individual's needs. No, one has to understand the society's well-being. One has to take care of the society's well-being, and then in that periphery we have to satisfy the individual's well-being. So with that, I would like to rest my words here. We have discussed the some definitions of marketing and marketing related terms. Then we have discussed the production concept, product concept, selling concept, marketing concept, and then societal marketing concept. In next chapter, we are going to discuss about marketing environment. Thank you very much.